Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. In this video, I wanted to talk about how we can, look for flats and look for places to live, specifically in Bangalore. But the process is something that can be replicated for different cities in India at least. There can be other ways in which people find homes, but this is what I followed. And yeah, so let's dig in. When you're at home, for example, I was at Delhi, and because of my work, I had to travel to Bangalore, and I had no idea what to do, where to live, who to contact, right? And my parents as well were more of go find a PG, right? Or go live with your relatives. But I was in the mood that this time that I am going to a new city, I want to have a little independent life. I don't want to be restricted by the rules and regulations of a PG, don't want to be restricted by my family members as well. For good, I want to, enjoy my independence for once. So I decided that I am going to find a flat for myself, and I was shifting here with one of my college friends who is also my colleague. So we planned to live together. So we helped each other along the way. What we did first was that even before coming here in the new city, we contacted other people who had already shifted here and asked for numbers of brokers. We grabbed the numbers of some 30 brokers, and then we started calling them 2-3 days before we had our flight to Bangalore. What happened because of this was that we were able to get some leads as to in which area and in which areas are properties there for us to look, so that when we are in Bangalore, we have a clear picture, a clear plan in mind that these are the different places that we have to go to look for our soon to be home. And we had out of those 30 brokers, most of them didn't have any properties because it was the peak season. Many people were shifting in. But we got into contact with 4-5 brokers who had properties. So what we did was we asked for addresses from these brokers of the properties, right? And then we opened Google Maps and just typed out all the properties, all the addresses of the properties in Google Maps. And then we made a plan as to this is our hotel where we will be staying when we move to Bangalore at the first time, and then which are the properties which are very close to our office. And then we made out a clear plan as to throughout the day these will be all the properties that we will be looking at. So this step is really important because Bangalore is a big city, and traveling from one place to another is a really, really big task, a really, really, really time consuming task. So you really want to plan this thing out so that you are not wasting time on just traveling, and you're able to utilize that time for things that are really important. And in this case, that is looking at different apartments, different places to live. Now talk about the different factors that we considered, and I think everybody's decision would be basis these factors as well. There can be other factors as well, but these were the primary factors for us. So the first factor, yes, I've written everything down. The first factor I think is definitely the rent. So the rent is something you should have a knowledge as to what is the rent of properties at the time you are looking for new places to live in. So you should contact your colleagues, people who are living in Bangalore who have just shifted, to know the prices that are going on right now. so that you're not overpaying or underpaying, and you know exactly what the broker and the owner of the property is asking, and is it the right price or not. And if it is not, you can, you know, confidently negotiate. Yeah, the second important factor is definitely the distance from work. So I came here for work, and because offices were moving from work from home to work from office, so my major traveling that will happen in Bangalore would be to work, and I wanted to optimize for that. Because Bangalore is also known for its very heavy traffic and time to commute is too much, I preferred that I take a house which is at a walkable distance from my office, so that my the money that is spent on conveyance and time as well is reduced. The third thing I think is look for properties which have good security. So there are different types of properties in Bangalore, right, and anywhere else for that matter. So there are gated societies, there are standalone buildings, and then there are gated properties as well, which are not really big apartments and societies that you see in NCR and, you know, Delhi, Mumbai. I don't know about Mumbai, at least you see in Delhi. So they are just 2-3 buildings with one gate which has a security guard sitting in it. So these are the 3 different kinds of properties that I noticed in Bangalore. So gated apartments and societies like there are in Delhi and NCR are a little bit pricey, but they come with their own benefits. So if you have budget for them, then they are the best options according to me. But since we have just started working, we could do with less, so that's why we started looking at gated buildings, security with security, or just standalone buildings with good security, either by security guards or surveillance cameras, or the owner is living nearby, and you know, so you should look at that as well. Then the fourth important thing is definitely look at the water supply, the water quality, and the pressure at which the water is coming in your taps, right? That is also really important, which is something we missed actually when we selected this home. The water quality here in Bangalore is not very good, but Bangalore was really close to my office, so my office is in Bangalore, so it's fine. But if this is something that matters a lot to you, then you should optimize for this as well. So we would have as well if we had known this before. But yeah, so the water quality is something you should look at. Water supply should be 24/7, at least for me, and for most people, so look at that as well. Here in Bangalore, water tankers come in, so the water supply is not very good, but because of the water tankers, they come in time, so we haven't faced any water supply issues, and we also talked to other people in the same locality as to whether they face any problems. So not as much, right? Not as such. So that's why it was fine for us. The fifth thing would be locality. Look at the locality around you, right? There should be shops where you can buy everyday things that you need every day, like groceries, like stationery, then other things which are important. For example, if you need any toothpaste or toothbrushes or anything for that matter, right? So I completely forgot the name of that particular store which I am describing, but you get me. So locality is one thing, shops are one thing, but the next thing is also look at the locality, especially at night, because dude, you're coming to Bangalore, and Bangalore is known for its clubs and pubs and the party vibe, so you're definitely going to return home late at least sometimes, and you want to feel safe if you are doing that, right? So just make sure that your locality is safe at night as well. The roads are lighted and the traffic is there and people are roaming around. There is space for you to roam around at night as well. There's no issue in that, so please take that as well. Then there's another thing that you should look at, that is the owner's restrictions, if there are any. So while we were searching for different properties in Bangalore, we also came across many owners who were really we felt that they were going to meddle with our lives. So don't cook non-vegetarian food, or don't bring any friends, or it could be that you shouldn't party late at night, you shouldn't get the music up high. So you definitely shouldn't disturb your neighbors with very loud music every day, but once in a while, and not at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. that should be fine, right? So these are some things that you should talk with your owner and understand what the owner is expecting out of you, so that it doesn't become a problem later on when you have finalized that place. So look at these things. And yeah, these were majorly all the things that we had looked at. So yeah, I think that's it. This was how we were able to find a place in Bangalore. I hope it helped. If there are any questions, any queries, anything else I should have added, please comment down below, and I will be making more such videos soon. Peace out.